in this time, in this day and age, there's immense amount of positive reinforcement of being a part of the LBGT pride, whatever it is, movement. And that makes sense because it's a natural reaction to the times when we were kids where gay people were shunned and shit on. And it was up until 2013, Hillary Clinton was saying that she didn't think that marriage should be between gay men. It should be between a man and a woman. Barack Obama used to say that. They all used to say it. So imagine being a gay person back then. And so there's like this natural overcorrection. So we're in this overcorrection right now. But this overcorrection gets co-opted by opportunists who are just narcissists, just people with mental illness. And people who realize that they can get a tremendous amount of attention by just fitting into this new place. And it's also a great way for perverts and sex offenders.
Sure. Yeah, you see that a lot
to weasel in. Like, isn't it like if you were a guy and you were really into dogs, you get a job as a dog trainer.
Okay.
Right? Guy's really into dogs.
Yeah.
He loves working with dogs. If you're a pedophile, wouldn't you get a job at Nickelodeon?
Right.
You would, right?
Yeah.
Well, isn't there like a scandal that's going on right now?
Yeah, bad. Real bad.
What is the Nickelodeon scandal?
The Dan guy.
I mean, I don't even know if it's that. There's another one too.
Oh, really? A new one?
Hey, I just like kids. I just like working with kids. I just like being around them and being alone with them.
Priests.
Being alone with them. I like being alone with them.
Yeah.
Just me and the kid.
Camp counselors.
Shh. Let's keep a secret. What the fuck?
That's stuff.
Right. But there's humans that recognize that there's like patterns that they can fall into where they can get more attention, get more praise. So this is the Nickelodeon thing. It says the actor is claimed he was sexually abused by dialogue and acting coach Brian Peck, who pleaded no contest to performing a lewd act with a 14 or 15-year-old and to oral copulation with a minor under 16 in 2004. Ultimately sentenced to 16 months in prison and ordered to register as a sex offender in October 2004. In his first interview since the release of the doc, Bell has shared his thoughts on Nickelodeon's response to the allegations.
Sad.
Yeah, I mean, how do you know when someone, I mean, if you hire, you're hoping you're hiring people that just like making kid shows. Maybe they have kids. You know,
but why can't the parent be present? Like this kind of shit. But like they say kids that get molested and stuff like that, a lot of times it's parents just being like, giving them off, you know, like, and not being present.
Right.
There was, I mean, I feel, like, I think about it, I'm like, why didn't we get molested? We were on our own for a long time.
I dodged a couple bullets when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah, but it's, you're trusting people. And most people you can trust, and you hope you can trust these people.
Yeah.
Did you know about UFC former heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez?
What happened?
His son was apparently by daycare, and he went after the guy and shot at him from his car and got arrested and was in jail for like years. I think he's still awaiting trial, but it was literally one of those things where everybody that hears that's a father. If you ask them, what would you do if that happened? Like everyone says the same thing. If you can get away with sleepwalking and killing your mother-in-law, you should be away with fucking blind rage that makes you shoot at some guy who molested your kid.
Listen, I don't have children, and if that happened to one of my nieces and nephews, I'd be the one who snapped. I'd lose it.
It's the most evil of things.
It's disgusting.
But it's one of the weird ones that today they're trying to normalize. They're trying to call it minor attracted persons. When I say they, I want to be really clear. Yeah, it's just a few fringe psychos. But the problem is that
those are pedophiles.
That fringe psycho dialogue winds up on social media and then gets amplified by places like TikTok that want us to be upset at these kind of things, whether it's to program us or whether it's just to keep us like fighting and then engaging in the algorithm, which is ultimately beneficial for them because that's really what they want is more views and more interactions.
Yeah.
And so you'll have these wacky fucking people that give these speeches in public with cameras on them where they're talking about we have to understand this is an identity and this is it should be a protected identity, a minor attracted person. It's like this is not one person saying this. It's multiple people saying this. But it falls into that same thing. Like some people are fucking insane.
I agree. Like my best friend growing up, he was flamboyant from the get. And I mean, we were friends when we were 6, 7. So he would always be like, and he made me get into cheerleading because he liked cheerleading.
Yeah.
I didn't like cheerleading. And then I was like, can't we just do something? Can we play football? You know? And then he started, like, we would fight. And then we always used to say that we wished we had a button, or we wanted to, there was a cartoon where you can run into each other, Wonder Powers activate or something like that. You run into each other and you become something different. We were going to run into each other and become.
You would be a boy.
Yes.
Nice.
And it never worked. But
Yeah.
so he waited till both his parents passed and then he transitioned.
Oh, wow.
But he wanted that his whole life. He just didn't want to disrespect his parents.
It's 100% a real thing.
It is. It's
The problem is,
but I agree that there's always people that jump in and act.
there is that, and then there's this other thing. The other thing is money. So you have to realize how many gender-affirming care clinics have opened up just since 2007. If you look at the map of 2007 versus 2023, it's crazy, the difference.
Yeah.